Hello, I was asked to make a tutorial to show everyone how to edit the Google site for first grade EALR tech resources. So the first thing that you're going to do is log into the Google site using the administrative password and login that you have been provided. And once you're there, you'll come to a pretty standard Google login page. If it doesn't open right up to the sites page, come up here to the top in More, select that, go to Even More, and it'll open up all the Google tools. And down here you can see is the Sites page. You would click on that and it would go to here. It would open up here. And you're going to select our website. And once you're here, when you're logged in with the administrative username and password, it automatically puts it into edit mode. And to get editing, all you need to do is click on this little pencil icon in the upper right hand corner. As you can see, it's defaulted the very first block. If you wanted to change something there, if you don't want to change that, just go ahead and click anywhere on the page and it'll close that. If you want to edit the text, you would select a block of text. Here we have the home page and or the name home, and you can see at the top you have all your editing tools. You can change the color of the text, you can change any highlighting. If you want to link the text to something, if there's an external link or even a link within this website that you want this word to be linked to, you could click on that and it'll let you make this text become a hyperlink. And you can format it just like you would using some word processing tools. Of course, it's not as sophisticated as a lot of word processing, but it has all the tools that you would need. Also, if you had HTML that you wanted to embed, HTML being, of course, the language that web pages are written in, you could click on there, and what we're seeing right here is the code for this section. If, let's say, you had a YouTube video that you wanted to embed on your site, you could go ahead, create an area for that, copy the HTML from YouTube, and then come over here and paste it. And what it would do is, instead of having a linked text to take you to YouTube, it would embed the video into your web page and it would play it straight from the web page without ever leaving. So that's something that you can do to update this site if you ever wanted to. We're going to cancel that because we don't want to change it right now. If you want a new area or a new section on a page, you could come up here to the Insert tab, and you can see all the things that you can add to this. You can add a new image, a new photo. Again, we've already seen the link. If you wanted to make table of contents, as you can go on and read. We talked about embedding HTML, such as a video. You would say, I want a new HTML box. You would copy your HTML from, let's use YouTube as the same example. In YouTube, you would, when you click share on a video, it gives you an option. You would click embed and it would come up with a HTML code that you would copy and paste into this section, and it would embed a video onto the page. We're not going to do that right now, but that's how you would add new sections to the page. Just come over here and insert. Again, you can format, you can change the layout, how we have it set up. If you don't like that it's got a header, a footer, and 2 columns, you can change it excuse me, to a 3-column design, and so on and so forth. So each page has the same editing abilities. You can see we'll click on the first page here. If we want to edit this page, now I will say, just like when you're word processing, I'm going to scoot my screen over so you can see, any changes you make to a page, you want to save it before you go to the next page. Otherwise, those changes won't be kept. So you do want to hit save before you leave. But again, once we go into edit mode, you can see that you have all the same tools available to you on each page. Excuse me. So that is how you would edit the text or add new features, insert new features, pictures, text box, things like that onto each page. If you want to manage the site, meaning you want to change the order that the site toolbar is in, or you want to change who can access the site, you of course can do all those things while you're logged in. When you come over here, we're going to cancel those changes so that they don't take effect. Okay, you come over here to the More area, the More tab. Under this area, you can do things like delete a page. Now this is our home page, so it's not going to let us delete it. But if we were to, say, go to curriculum, we don't want curriculum in there anymore, we could click on the More tab and just delete the whole page. Now if you do that, it will delete every file, every edit that has been included with that page. So be real sure that you want to delete the entire page. Also, you can change in the More area. You can come down here to managing your site. I'm going to scoot my screen back over. There we go. And you can set some of the presets that Google allows you to change. If you want any analytics for the site, over here on the toolbar, it'll show you this is your site map. These are all the pages that are contained in your site. If you want to move them around, you would just drag them to where you want them to fall on your toolbar. If you wanted to change the template of a page, of course, you could do that. What is it being used as? Right now, they're all set to web pages, so I think that's okay. There's some general information. We've already seen that. Sharing and permission, though, I do want to hit on this. This one could be important. Right now, this site is available to anybody that has the link. If you want it to be available to the world, you would just come over here into sharing and permission and then select change, and you would make it public to the web. Don't forget to save, otherwise the settings will default to whatever it was previously published as. I don't think we want any ads. I don't recommend that. If you want to change the web address, right now it shows you what the URL for this site is. You can add a web address to it. If it's available, it'll tell you, and you'd be able to change the web address for it. Okay, now we're going to go back to the site. I'm going to show you how to add a file. It's very simple. Any page that can contain files, the process will be the same. Okay, right now we're just in the curriculum section, and this is just sort of as an example. If you had a file you wanted to add, of course, you would just come over here, click on the Add File. You would browse your computer for it, and then select the file and choose. I'm going to cancel that right now. Same thing if you had a URL link you wanted to add. You would type the URL link in this area. If you didn't want the URL string to be the only thing in there, you could type some text, say good web page, and that's what would display with a hyperlink out to this URL. And of course, a link description if you wanted to write something about it. Same thing if you had folders in here. Right now we don't have a folder, but you could create one. You could move any of these items to a folder by selecting the box, and if you wanted to delete it. And again, this is the same for all of all the pages that can contain files. I'm going to go home, and I think for now, oh, real quick, let me show you. Again, under the More section, if you don't like the look of the page or you want to change it, you can, under the More tab, you can come over here to Page Templates, and you can select Change Page Template, and it'll give you all the preset template options that Google has, and it will allow you to change the template of the page. Now, that being said, of course, it's written in this template, so it's going to reformat any of the text to fit whatever template you choose. So you may have to do a little bit more tweaking with how the text looks if you do change the template. But just so you know, it's over there and you can change how your site looks. I think for now, this is probably everything that you need to get up and running with managing this Google site. So thank you for your time. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.